They would rather bring their people in there. You don't have to select for them. These are some of the things that are wrong in the constitution.
And this is prescribed as per the FA's constitution.
That's FA status.
That their executive committee would have to, but I'm told government would also have to bring some two people as well. The FA brings people, government brings people.
That is what they will select for government, which is totally wrong.
Which one? The FA's reps?
Yes.
But why shouldn't they have reps on the committee?
No, FA has to, they need reps. I'm talking about the PIC. The PIC in the statutes is supposed to be formed by the Executive Council. That is what I'm saying. It's also wrong. So they should go back to Congress and amend it. Because if you want government to bring people, you don't select for government. Do you?
Mr. Nyantechi says all of these things you are saying is driven by the fact that you have always had an interest in becoming FA president. It's not a secret. He says it's open news, and these are the things that are driving the things that you are saying. Have you had an interest in running
I've always had interest, but at the moment I think I have not.
Have you put yourself up for it ever?
Oh, I have done that, I think 3 times, and I've lost it, and I don't have any interest anymore. But you see, the right things must be done. You can't talk about football and not mention kojo Bonsu's name. And why is it that they are panicking on this issue? If he is accepted, or they have accepted that the Public Interest Committee is in the status, there's no point me being here. That means I'm exonerated. So it's not a fight. It's not about individuals. It's an issue. Let's talk about, and I think I'll leave it to the public for them to really digress and talk about it. It's not about individuals at all. It's between me, it's between public and the FA.
Ridwan Ibrahim Asante is with our sports desk. Ridwan, kindly join me. I just want to get some clarity on a quick bit. If you can explain to us why the committee, because we are told as at now, even though it's in the statute books, as at now, the Public Interest Committee hasn't been formed. As at now, why hasn't it been formed?
I know the PIC is one of many
standing
committees which is yet to be put in place by the Football Association.
Why?
The PIC, from what I read in the statutes of as scripted by FIFA, is supposed to build that relationship between government and then the Football Association.
That is right.
Yes, and it's even cropped up, when Ghana went to FIFA in terms of constituting this whole new statutes to govern football now, whereby the football chairman will now be known as football president and stuff like that. So as many of them, we will still have to find out why it's not being set up. But I think from what we have now, the relationship between government and then the Football Association isn't that frosty, and we needn't go along with issues with accounts and stuff like that. We know how the FA's accounts are audited and stuff like that. So for now, it's the Football Association who will tell us why the PIC, and since Kojo is hitting on that point, maybe there are other standing committees or why
that haven't been
set up. So why the PIC is being hit on?
Majority of the committees have been set up already. The standing committees, So I don't see why. And this has taken over 5 years now. Are you saying that? I think yesterday when you called the FA president, I think you should have asked this question.
Indeed, why hasn't he been? Indeed, I just raised him on the line, and I was going to ask him that question, but he declines to speak to us this morning. Because that's one clear question I wanted to ask him this morning: why it's not been formed as now. Yesterday, when he spoke to us, he considered it's one of the standing committees.
Then I'm home and dry. If he conceded, I'm home and dry.
Okay.
This whole argument is about issues. It's not about Christian Nyantechi, it's not about anybody, but it's about issues that this committee has not been formed. And if he says that he admits that this committee has not been formed, where is my case?
He says it's not. Okay, well, what he tells my producer, and what I'm getting on the lines right now, is that it's not been set up, not for any extraordinary reason. He's just clearing something with a PR of the FA, that's Randy Abbey, and then he would give us some clear answers on why that committee hasn't been formed now. So for you, Kojo, it's just a matter of it's a committee that's supposed to be set up so that as government is paying all of this money to the FA coffers, government must have an oversight.
An input, an oversight. Yes, and I think this is issues that we are talking is for the public to know, and I don't think it's a big crime that Kojo Bonsu has talked about.
You have a good relationship with Mr. Nyantechi?
Very good relationship.
He's a friend of yours?
He's not my friend, but we say hello, we chat. He's not my friend, but we chat.
Anything between you in the times past?
No, recently the donations committee was part of it. when I was part of the committee. So I don't see a problem with him at all.
Okay. Kojo, we'll leave it here. Follow the story.
Thank you very much for having me.
That's Kojo Bonsu. He's a renowned sports and entertainment enthusiast. He joined us this morning to tell us his side of the story. Yesterday we couldn't reach him because he was out of town. Today he joined us with his side of the story. It's 8 o'clock. Israel is in the studios. He's got Joy business report at 8. Hannah Bisu is the Deputy Minister for Water Resources, Works and Housing. She's just walking into our studios. She's just in the lounge, just going to walk into our studios shortly. When we're done with the business report, we'll find out city for city how much is going into water, resources and housing. How much is going into affordable housing? It's all important to you. Izzy, good morning. What's in business this morning?
Okay. Central Bank Governor hopeful banks will fully cooperate with Licensed Credit Reference Bureau government to take a decision on destination inspection companies hopefully by the end of next month. Operations of Ghana Manganese Company hampered by poor railway lines and South African pharmaceutical company to acquire majority stake in Iton Drugs. The details. The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Kwesi Misirata, is hopeful banks will cooperate with the only licensed credit reference bureau and feed it with information. The bureau, XDS Data, secured its license last year, but has been struggling to get the banks to provide it with credit information on their clients. The situation is stalling its operations and threatening the survival of a credit reference system which has the potential to generate a strong credit system. Some analysts want the central bank to crack the whip to compel the banks to release information on their borrowers.
Yes, Daddy.
We all know FIFA very well.
Yeah.
I was dealing with
That's what I'm saying.
I know FIFA. Look, even last Wednesday,
Yeah.
I was in France watching the game between France and Ireland. I had a chat with Baluchet. I had a chat with Michel Platini. And what they've done is very wrong. Look at something, Master. Look at something. You went to Congress and said, because Ghana is hosting the World Cup, we don't want any interference, so let's postpone our election. Meanwhile, South Africa, who is hosting the World Cup 8 months to go, they went to election and selected a new person.
It's not different.
It is not
Hosting
different.
and playing qualifying. You know the bickering that happened.
Hosting, you're hosting 32 countries.
Yes.
You're going through all the politics of it.
Yes, but hosting and qualification.
No, you haven't. No, you have made that.
No. I'm just
point that you are from another side.
No, because I'm not showing you a line.
No. We are arguing.
It's true.
I mean, are you saying that the article I wrote is it wrong?
No, I'm not saying it's wrong.
No.
But you picked only the PIC out of other standing on it. For me,
PIC is where I have my interest because if you go on other committees, that means you're interfering.
No. So okay. So you mean our government hasn't got a say in what the FA does?
At the moment,
let me
tell you, Master. Let me tell you a question. If you claim in your own constitution that the whole national team is for government, we spend money, government spend money. You go for tournaments outside, you get what you call appearance fees.
Yeah.
They went to Japan, they went to Korea, they playing matches, they went to Argentina.
Yeah.
Where are all these fans? They are not accounted for.
No, but who audits the accounts of the FA?
Master, those Kalabule audit. You think we are too there?
The Auditor General.
It's not the Auditor General. That's all these things coming. Master, let me tell you, I was the first person in this country to organize an international friendly. At that time, that money we got 350,000 euro, Dutch marks from Germany. I organized that Ghana Boku match. I personally took them. You understand? We got 300 plus tickets for everybody to go. So I am saying, these are some of the things that you make.
No, because those monies will be accounted for.
But
because you are going not on your own account.
This broke country. Black Stars alone has 2 brand new buses. Is it worth it?
No, the brand new buses are from the
so why don't you use those buses? Why don't you use one bus?
Puma brought one, so nobody.
Why is that coming?
You have spoken to people. No.
I know when there's 2 brand new buses.
Do you have 2 brand new cars that are sitting and one is parked not doing anything? Why is it?
Puma bought one for.
But you have your stand.
No, because maybe I'm not.
No. We're making arguments.
Yeah, but I'm also bringing out the other.
Okay, can I ask you a question? That why is it that when teams come from outside, like Mali came recently, you go and rent a bus for them? If you think it is useful, why don't you use that second bus that is parked doing nothing?
Is it working?
Brand new